Hey there, wrestling fans. It's Michelle from FTW here to talk Total Divas. We are talking 2 hours this week, back to back episodes on E, so lots to talk about. We have Jonathan and Eva Marie, who recently eloped and didn't have an opportunity to celebrate that with their friends. So this week is celebration time. And so we see a lot of redheads. Everybody brings a red wig and shows up at their door when they're away. That was fun. Oh, if I had one, I might have wore one for this review, just so I could join in with the crowd and be a little all things red. And so they had a good time, but as it would be in Total Divas world, not everybody has a good time because we wouldn't tune in if everybody had a good time. So we see Natty and TJ still struggling in their relationship and having a really hard time connecting. We know from last week that Natty and TJ were kind of like living in separate houses for a little bit. Like Natty went to a hotel and they haven't been together for a while. So this week they had hopes that things would get better. Natty and TJ are really on opposite pages when it comes to romance and relationships. TJ, while he really does love his wife, does not get the romance end of it. He buys her gym equipment for her birthday, and for a romantic gesture, he takes her to an emu farm. Well, TJ, really? Not working. So, Natty wants to go to counseling, and TJ thinks that she's kind of just, they go to one session, and TJ kind of thinks that Natty is just making up problems that really aren't there. So on different pages, hopefully things will work out. Natty, she makes me laugh because she's like, oh, I'm not controlling like people think. I just think my way is the right way, and I totally get her because my way is the right way as well. So we are twinsies in that. And next up is Cameron and Vinny. Cameron is back to the main roster. Whoop, whoop. I'm glad to see Cameron back. And with that, she is a little negligent of Vinny. He is a really good guy, and he like totally takes the background for her like on every occasion. And he wants to move forward in their relationship. They're in a little apartment. He wants to buy a house, and she is a little, I don't want to do this yet. We're not ready, baby steps. But, she comes around and she asks Nikki to be her real estate agent, and they're going on the look. So after a little bit of drama in that area, they've decided that they are going to look for a home together. So maybe Vinny, the good guy, will get some attention that he deserves. How about next we talk Brie mode? Bye-bye. So Brie is recently married. She has a husband that is sick, physically injured, and she bought a new home, and she has things on her plate that, might not fall into crazy Brie mode. And so we see Nikki constantly nagging her all through the episodes to bring on Brie mode. And she really just wants to go and FaceTime her husband because she's excited because the house is being painted, and she wants to go and buy dressers online and do some fun stuff that is fun to her, things that she wants in her life right now. And Nikki is a little put off with that and a little put out with her, needless to say. Then we have, well, while we're at it, we might as well talk Nikki and John. So neither Daniel, Bryan, or John Cena can come to this little excursion. So it was a girl time. So when Nikki gets back to hanging out with John, they're in the car and they're talking about John's upcoming movie, and John kind of drops the little bomb that there's a sex scene in the movie, and Nikki is like totally flips out and she's not happy, and she doesn't want somebody doing a sex scene with her man. Understandable. Most girls are that way. Nikki is mad. John is mad. It took him a month to tell her that it was happening, so he must have had some reservations about how it would go down once it was told. So, yeah. Nikki's insecure. John is very guarded, so it took a while for it to be out there, but they worked through it, and I think they'll be okay. Now, Rosa. Every week there has to be something with Rosa, right? So this week, Rosa's actually really putting herself out there. She hasn't had a boyfriend in a long time. The part of her rehab issues were around relationships. So with that, Rosa starts dating this guy, a football player, and it doesn't work out because she totally tells him everything of what she's looking for and what she expects from a guy, and he kind of like, check please, I don't want to be part of this. And so he kind of ditches Rosa, but not to worry, good old Summer Rae is there to pick him up, literally. So she starts dating him. So we will have to stay tuned and see what happens next week when the claws come out, I am sure. So stay tuned for next week's Total Divas.